Amen, amen, amen. He stole all my homily. My homily. But anyway, it was a beautiful, I know Martin smiling in heaven. Just to say a few words, and we go back a long, long ways, don't we, Brenda? And something the bishop said in there about the love that y'all shared with others. That's part of the diaconate ministry. You know, married deacons, we spread that love that we have for one another, but to all of our people. And you and Martin, y'all really did that. I was in the second class. Martin was, they say, the first deacon ordained for the diocese, right? Correct. And I can't imagine how tough it was. Can you imagine the people in the pews? All of a sudden they're ordaining these guys called deacons, and the people in the pews didn't know anything about it. First class, I think they measured them by toughness. Because, I know it had been tough. And I know they really kind of set the stage for all of us who would come back behind them. And I remember when I felt like God called me to be a deacon in the church, I was scared to death. Martin knew that because I talked to him about that. But I think Martin, the more he'd talk about it, he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I said, you know that, Brenda. But I love him to death, and I love him for always standing by me. But he showed me what a deacon looked like. Because see, in Lucedale, Lance and I were living in Lucedale, we kind of first met y'all, I believe. And we would drive all the way to Sacred Heart Parish in Pascagoula because y'all had all that fancy parish renewal and all that stuff. St. Lucie, we didn't have a whole lot of that, you know. But we'd drive all the way to Pascagoula, and Father always invited us, you know, to be part of the different missions they had there. And also, too, think about Sister Hilda, Sister Francine, and all the great nuns that were there. And Father, I remember when Father Mercier had just left, and when Father Kent, I heard that Father Mike Thornton is real sick, and he was, when I came in as a deacon, he was my first pastor. And what a pastor he was. And on behalf of, I know the Sacred Heart parishioners here, they send their love, I know, because I still feel a little bit part of the parish too. But also Sacred Heart in Hattiesburg. There's a lot of y'all that are here, and most of them are relatives. But anyway, after we should have took up a collection from the ones in Hattiesburg. But I know after Mass, Father Ken said something about, Brenda had called me about him passing away. But anyway, he mentioned it at all the Masses. You'd be surprised, the people after Mass, even though a lot of them were relatives. But anyway, there was a lot of them that just remembered y'all from many, many years ago. Darren said that I had 30 minutes. Is that what you said, Darren? But I just wanted to include, there's no way I could say, I think one of the gifts of being a deacon, and I hope that I've done that some, Martin had a knack. He was so affirming. And I don't know whether I'd be a deacon today if it wouldn't been for his affirmation. And I tell somebody before Mass, him and Father Mercier, they were two of the most affirming people I've ever met. And I can never thank God enough for being the guy that I could I couldn't do it, but model my life after. Because I watched him at Sacred Heart before he moved over here and all. And I'll always thank God, because I really believe that God sent him there, not only for all the people in the parishes that he's been part of, but also being part of this, affirming us guys that need a little help. And I need a little help. And Brenda, we love y'all. Boys and girls, we love y'all. And all the relatives. If I went through all the relatives and all that, we wouldn't be able to eat. We'd be here to the supper. And also Brenda wanted me to mention that this will be a private cemetery, your family members, but also all the deacons, his brother deacons are invited too. And Y'all gonna do it out there and then come back here and eat? Is it okay if they eat something before y'all come back? Yeah, I was just curious. Everybody wants to know things like that. But God bless you guys. I promise you, you will all be in Nancy and I's prayers. She'd have been here today if it wouldn't been for that knee replacement. But anyway, we've been praying for y'all ever since you called me Brenda and before, and we'll continue to pray for you and the family because we love each and every one of you. And thank you for your service too as a deacon's wife.